Hello and welcome to another video in a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real. And did you think I was done with the Haunted Mansion? Do you even know me? Okay, when I get an obsession, I go all in. And also he feeds into it for me and just supports it. So what we're going to be doing today, we are going to be doing more Haunted Mansion. Because also if you did not see, and do go see, we did a vlog of some tour business around the house and updates and stuff like that. And one of the updates is that we are doing, actually, it is partly done right now and I'm so excited, a Haunted Mansion bedroom and bathroom. I mean, the Haunted Mansion vibes are going to be all over the place and we talked about it, but they will be very, very all over the place in those spaces. And I'm so excited. And well, a good bit of this stuff is also going to go in there. So let's do a Haunted Mansion haul part, whatever part this is. Lumos. Basically everything we've gotten all together, like home goods, all the places, even if it's not outright Haunted Mansion, it's pretty well been inspired by it. I'm going to start with, so it was a very special occasion on the 2nd of September. We hit 20 years of an anniversary. It's crazy. We are old. On September 2nd, and somebody done bought gifts. I didn't know this was a thing we were doing because we've never really done it. And he bought me a few gifts and I loves them all. And they're all, well, actually they're not all Haunted Mansion. We'll show you, I did a little sneak peek on one of them. It was a full unboxing that we just did off camera and enjoyed ourselves, of the latest Neota series by, what is that brand that gets all of our money? Pop Mart. So that was really, really fun. Very solid. There's only one that I think we're not keeping. Really, really like that series. So whenever we get to showing like the Rumpus Room, that's where all of the Pop Mart is. We'll show you those. But this is all Haunted Mansion. So what do you got me? First off, I'm going to start with the ornament that I didn't even know was available, because I'm pretty sure it was the Disney World that was at Disneyland, wasn't it? That we saw?
Both of them were.
They were both there? Oh, okay. I don't remember it. But if you watch the Haunted Mansion haul, you'd see we got a number of Haunted Mansion ornaments, and this is the actual Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, but it is the like glass blown version. So they have a version that, like I said, that's Disneyland and Disney World, because if you aren't familiar, and it seems there are a number of you out there that really could use a nice visit, if ever you can make it to Haunted Mansion to experience it. They are slightly different. Actually, I think, are they slightly different even in like Paris? Oh, I need to go to them all. I wonder if there's a Paris like glass blown version, but so it's just of the mansion itself. I personally, and it's not just because, at least as of this moment, I prefer Disneyland in general. I mean, Disney World has its obvious perks too. It's a bigger piece of land. We talked about that. But as far as like the building style, I definitely prefer Disneyland more. It's more of a New Orleans vibe, because that was the inspiration for the house. Even though it does span centuries, the house itself is a very New Orleans style house. So yeah, I have myself a little ornament, and it does say the Haunted Mansion on the back with the 3 hitchhiking ghosts in glittery, if you did not notice. Very cute, very fragile. And then 2 things he knew I wanted are both things that I regretted not getting. Watching back the footage, and even not, there were just more things. I'm still not wishing I got the pajama set. I really, really wanted the pajama set. I think as of this moment, it's still available. It is purple. It's super soft. I actually got over the fact that the trim is white. I was like, I could be fine with that. It's just that these things are not made for people that are 5'2". So if there's a way to hem that, then I'd have done bought it. Because obviously you could hem pants, but it has like a trim. So to retain that trim, I know it's possible. I am not at the skill set right now. We've been wanting to get ourselves a sewing machine. We just haven't gotten to all the things we want to learn. But anyway, there were 2 things that other things, there were a lot of things I wished I got. And I got so many things. And one of them is a t-shirt, just a classic. Again, actually all of this is just keeping, as far as what he gifted me, with the house itself. The very thing that houses, well, yeah, that's how it works. It is this very simple design of the mansion itself. And it says the Haunted Mansion Disneyland Resort. And again, this is why I like Disney so much. They do not skimp out on the quality all of that text at the bottom is embroidered. It's so cool. Obviously, I love that it's black, and I love that it's just very simple. It is the mansion, and I can pair so much with it, but I can still sport my love of Haunted Mansion. So really, really like that. And then he surprised me with maybe my number one regret that I did not get while I was there, and he had to buy it off of a secondhand market because I don't think they ever put it online. And partly like we just didn't know in the moment, like, what am I going to use this for? And I will find a freaking use for it. It is this like really, I don't know if heavy duty is the right word, kind of is, tote bag. So we're keeping, like I said, with the Haunted Mansion silhouette. Very nicely printed on there. I could feel it. It's like nice and thick. Is that a weird thing to describe things as? I don't know. But it is a decent sized tote bag. I think, I don't even know if that tote bag is the right word. It is. It's very, very thick canvas, would you say? Is canvas? And there were a couple things that just took it to another level. I mean, it has these nice handles. Like, this isn't your regular reusable bag. It kind of takes tote bag meets purse bag and like blends the two. So you can also see like the width of it right there. There's the base. Nice thick handles. And then it has a zipper, and I'll show you the zipper in a second, but the number one thing that took this over the top for me is the strap. So you do have these handles here, nice and wide too, but you also have this strap, which makes the whole thing pop. And this strap, it just repeatedly, let me get it right side up. It just repeatedly says Haunted Mansion over the whole thing. Like, look at the pop, even with it just being all black. I really, really like that. It's adjustable, so you can put it at any length, well, you know, as far as it goes that you want. And then nice sturdy little clips right there. And then it has a zipper. So the zipper, I'm gonna pull it out. It has little straps that kind of exceed, or the zipper itself exceeds it, so you could tuck it underneath. But I just like that it was really thought out, so if it's raining, you know, you can zipper it up. I don't have too many bags that have a zipper that are, actually, I don't know that I have any outside of this one that are like a tote bag. Purses typically have that, so it might be maybe my top Haunted Mansion item, like that I've acquired at all. And I love them all so much. Okay, let's go. Should we go off script here? I saw this. I think I saw it on Amazon. The rest of the stuff, I think we all got, or we got all of it from the Disney store. And yes, there are a number more things. And those of you in Discord are just encouraging my addiction more and more. Thank you very much. But I was aware. So Disney will kind of give you a heads up on their store of what is coming up. And Her Universe was collaborating again. They have their own stuff. I'm eyeing that too. And I'm also now eyeing the stuff that has dropped. And at least one of you has been encouraging that. Also buying some yourself. So I'm excited by that. I want to dabble in clothing more, but I saw this somewhere and ended up, well, you just ordered it anyway and surprised me, cause it was like hella cheap. I think, wasn't it like $7 and change on sale? On Amazon. I'll link it as I always do. And it is a coloring book. Do I have a good number of coloring books right now that I have not used? Yes. But I'm going to try and make this one like out and available. And maybe I can color in this one as well as do the puzzle that we got during this season. So yeah, you can get it on Amazon. It doesn't cost very much. It just gives you a little bit of a Haunted Mansion feel for very little. And here's just some samples of the pages there. Classic coloring book. So that is that. Let's now move on to the rest of the stuff that we ordered off of the Disney store for right now before we go and order more. Okay. All right. First item. We already bought one of these and I was kind of regretting not getting another one, but they're a little spendy. It was just a little too spendy to buy two of them at full price. So with the sale, he added this to the order. So we now have two. I already have one of them out and this is maybe going to either go next to it. So I have two out, or it's just going to be a backup for when I inevitably ruin that one. I do wish I got the Hitchhiking Ghosts one. It's just like a black one. I think maybe it has a frill of some kind. It has Hitchhiking Ghosts. I don't think that ever popped up on the Disney store. But if it does, I will be tempted. So I now have 2 of those. Okay. So I have myself a set of Crocs. It was the one and only pair of Crocs. I thought I would never be a Croc wearing person. If you don't know, they're shoes. And mostly I am just wearing them in the house. I don't want to be seen in that outside in the world. You know what I mean? But no, I kind of come around to it and I get it. But it does feel like the kind of shoe that you would wear, like if you're going to Walmart or something, you know what I mean? When you don't care about what you're wearing. And nobody cares what you're wearing. Anyway, the one that I have is like a dark arts, dark mark Harry Potter one. And I want to get, so they did have a set of Crocs and I think they were the green and black striped one. And it just didn't like, I don't know. It wasn't there. It wasn't there for me yet. It's not quite the colors I would do. Maybe I come around to it. I don't know. But I felt like I could get these. What are they called again? Jibbitz. I could get the jibbitz. So get them I did. The new Haunted Mansion, is this upside down? No. The new Haunted Mansion Croc jibbitz, the little bits that you add on top. And I don't have to buy the Crocs. I could get a different pair. So I might still, I don't know. I'm looking at it and now I'm thinking I need the green ones. The only thing I didn't like, what would be different? I don't do the Crocs with the closed front. Maybe I'll come around to that. The one I have are open-toed and then they're like, they have like a soft fabric on the inside. But regardless, they can be added to any style Croc, like maybe a solid pattern. So I did get that. And we have, I think, the bride. Who is that portrait? Madame Leota, Hatbox Ghost, the Raven. Do you know who that is? I forget. I'm still learning all the characters. There's so many characters in Haunted Mansion. And then the last one is the Ghost Host. Oh, they glow in the dark. I actually didn't know that. Very cool. Okay, so now I need to find me a pair of Crocs to put that on, or I just talked myself into the other ones. Okay, speaking of things, this one was one that I passed up the first time around and then decided to get this time. But yeah, I mean, I do recommend it. Like, it's one struggle with shops where it feels like you have to get it. You have to get a thing that you want right now, because sometimes you do, because it just doesn't exist anymore. But I am glad to not like purchase everything. So mainly I just purchased the things that I know, like I just really don't want to miss out on those items. And obviously whatever I can afford. And then everything else that I still did really want, eventually a sale will come if it does exist still. So that is what we did with this. It is the Haunted Mansion Journal. I like the feel of it. I don't know how to describe it. I've never had a journal that feels quite like this one. Is that like a deep green? Oh, it's like black and a deep green. And what does that say? Home of 999 happy haunts. So there's the front. It's like a smaller size journal. It does have a pen. And then the inside pages, very appropriate, are black. And then the end pages are the wallpaper. Very pretty. I kind of want to know. So the pen, what color are we? Oh, the pen even has, I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it does have the wallpaper print on there. Let's see, because I would imagine white would be the best color, but it depends on how the purple reads. I'm going to write on this. Just ignore my misspellings. It is like kind of a metallic silver color. Okay, I didn't even consider that. That works too. But yeah, and I like that it has a little strap for a pen there. So I have a journal. That'll probably be laying out maybe in the bedroom. Speaking of bedroom, so this one right here, I saw at the World of Disney when we were at Disneyland, and she's a spendy one. I think her retail was like $50, right? Okay, $44.99, but still it's a little high for a plush, which is what she is. And I did see it, and then he went ahead and ordered it. I saw it in person, then he went ahead and ordered it because it was on sale. And I don't know, I don't remember the quality being as good. Like, I like it even more in my own hands. It is the plush, where do we grip you, ma'am? Of the bride. She's so cute. She's probably the only like doll-like plush I will ever own. I mean, we'll see what changes, but she's in that like blue ghostly color. We have the veil. So the veil has like 2 layers, this kind of blue, and then there's a white layer over top. There's just so much detail to her. I love the roses over top her head, Her hair is a nice, like, kind of crushed velvet feel. Her face is so pretty. I told him we need to get pearls now. What is it, pearls for every husband she's ever killed? Is that right?
I think so.
I love it. I'm here for it. So we need to get a set of pearls. I never thought I would own pearls in my life. They're not my cup of tea. But for something like this, it feels very in-world. Like, even her little belts, look at the detail there. And then her arm, the little sleeve has a nice detail. And then they don't forget, oh, hold on, we are stuck on my ring. Okay. They don't forget the back either. We have, well, actually, here's her hair. How cute is that little bun? And then we have a little bow there. And then one thing I thought was so cool, I noticed right after kind of playing around with her, is she has the wallpaper print on her dress. It's very subtle because it's actually underneath. So let me list that up. There we are. So when you have the sheer part over top, it's really, really subtle. It's just very well thought out. It's gonna look so cute in my Haunted Mansion bedroom because she could like sit down. Look at her little feetsies. I don't think I showed those either. Almost like little ballerina slippers. They're very cute. The next item we got, okay, look, I don't like to be brought in by the packaging, and the product needs to be good, and both of them are there for it. I really like the way this is packaged. It is, and it's a new item, and it is the set of cards, the Haunted Mansion set of cards. So it is in this like casket-shaped box. Now these are just playing cards, but they have a Haunted Mansion design. I just really dug the box. I will be keeping it in its box. Like, look, you open it up, it's like it's in a casket. I love that it's purple instead of your typical red, a more appropriate color for Haunted Mansion. Then the actual cards are in a clear plastic container. And then here is what the backside of the cards look like. Very cool, classic. I like that this is more of a muted color. So there's that. And then, just to show you the face cards here, our jokers are the hitchhiking ghosts. We have Madame Leota as the ace. We have our ghost host as the joker, the bride as the queen, the hatbox ghost, one of my favorites, as the king. And it just kind of repeats itself, but obviously in the appropriate colors for, you know, spades and clubs and all the things. Okay, the last item. I'm really glad he purchased. When it came in, I just was more impressed with the quality. Again, that keeps happening with Disney because they know their stuff. And I don't normally do figures very much-ish. I guess in the Rumpus Room I do. And it is the set of Haunted Mansion figures. So there are 8 total. And yes, I'm going to take them all out and show them to you because I also want to see them up close. But I just also like how they're displayed. I love the purple in the background. We have the mansion itself back there. Bats everywhere. The little gate there. First up, we have Ezra. Ezra is one of the 3 hitchhiking ghosts. Look at the detail. I love, he's in motion too. Really like that. He's raising his hat. He's in his very ghostly color. It's the kind of color I want to represent a little bit more, just in our house in the Haunted Mansion area and the Halloween-y vibes. And then the base is like a, sorry, I just attacked the camera, a purple brick color. So cute. So much detail for, I don't remember how much this was. It was quite affordable, obviously with the sale too. We have Phineas. Anyway, he's got his little bag, the same purple base there. Really cute. I really like the detail. I like the kind of ripples and the clothes. They don't hold back. Even though they're really small figures, they're very, very cute. And then we have our last hitchhiking ghost. We have Gus. Also thumb out. And then he has the ball and chain. He needs to be held down, that one. I want to learn more about their personalities. I may have picked up something. Actually, it won't tell me more about that, but I do want a good backstory or more backstory on Haunted Mansion. And I have already shared my favorites. Actually, they're most of these. Next, also a favorite, is the Hatbox Ghost himself. And then he's got his hat out. Love the little swoopy cape there. I do have the urge to dress up as the Hatbox Ghost at some point. That would be cool. We have Constance, aka the bride. She's got a little bit more color going on than our plush. More of a deeper blue, but also she's holding some roses. Makes me think maybe we should get like a... They had a bouquet. It would probably be too big. Maybe we can make one and put it in our hands. That would be cool. Oh, and I told him that we probably need a pickaxe.
That's not a pickaxe.
So no, not a pickaxe. I even said it right. A hatchet. We need a hatchet for the bedroom. You don't know who's going to lurk up there, okay? All right. One of my favorite characters is the caretaker. I don't know. I just love his little spooked face. And what did I see him as? I saw him as something else. And I know the animatronic, but there was a figure. I don't know. But he definitely stands out from the rest because he is not a ghost. He's the caretaker of the mansion. And then he has his little dog here, which we have learned, wasn't it Bones, right? I think it was Bones is what we looked up when the caretaker was like out and about doing meet and greets. He called his dog Bones, I'm pretty sure. But I really, really like Bones. There's also somebody on Etsy makes Bones. He's like $350, but he's very well detailed. He's almost like one of these figures I have over here, full size. So I want to save up for that sucker because he's adorbs. And then it would not be Haunted Mansion without, I guess, is she an oracle? The oracle herself? Yeah. Madame Leota. So there she is in a creepy little head in a ball situation. And there's the backside. I like the little, maybe we need more of those. I don't know if handkerchief's the right word. Tapestry, just kind of laying about. Okay, and then last but not least, Prince Something. Good old Prince Something. He's become one of my favorites too. They're just all my favorites. Okay, I can't pick. You can't make me pick. Prince Amen-Mose, aka often called the Mummy. We have right here. And I may or may not have picked up another version of him that you will see in a video at some point. This is more of a smaller version. Very cute. I like the detail of the actual casket. But yeah, that is the last item in this figural set. And the last item, I think, right? Yeah. That is the last item in this haul. Let me know, shall I keep going on the Haunted Mansion? Answer, yes, I will. And keep your peepers peeled. If you see any Haunted Mansion stuff that you think I would like, hey, come join the Discord group and encourage us all to support our obsessions. And let me know what you see and what you think I might think is cool and what do you think is cool. Let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, my magical friends, grab yourself a hacksaw. Remember, what? A hatchet. Grab yourself a hatchet. Remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Actually, I don't know math. What is 20 years ago?